Hold on, I'm getting like breaking. A shooting happened earlier today in Buffalo, New York. Okay, and the person live streamed it on Twitch apparently. You know, I'm getting more details on the matter at this point, but I don't know what the current details are, but that's what's fucking going on at the moment. Okay. People have been in the chat typing and trying to type, but failing to type because we already immediately put it on Fossabot, and it's like an auto banned term. But it's also America, where like when things like that fucking happen, you know, people don't even know about it. Here, look. Shush, sweep it under the rug. Look at the video of celebrities. Wait, what? I mean, anne geldi yemek. Bana verir misin benimkini? Elon works so much a week. My king works so much harder than us peasants. They have an entire kingdom to run. Exactly. The FBI is not involved at all. No, it just seems like. No, it literally just fucking seems like at least 10 are dead in a supermarket. Here, I'll just give you what the available details are currently. At least 10 are dead in a mass shooting at the Buffalo supermarket. There's a manifesto, I know. Here. At least 10 are dead in a mass shooting at Buffalo supermarket, authorities say. A gunman sporting a rifle and body armor opened fire in a supermarket in Buffalo, New York. I know he has a 180-page manifesto. He's a racist, Nazi, eco-fascist, 4chan dude. I know. I've been looking at the details on the side. He's just like standard white genocide rant. There are a lot of 4chan jokes within the fucking arguments that he's making in his manifesto. And he streamed it on Twitch. He live streamed it on Twitch. He was a white supremacist who live streamed it on Twitch. Okay? Like, stochastic terrorism is back. Surprisingly. Straight up motivated and inspired by Christchurch mosque shooter piece of shit. Yeah. Details of the number of additional people shot at the Tops Friendly Market and their conditions were immediately available. The two officials were not permitted to speak publicly on the matter and did so on the condition of anonymity. Investigators believe the man may have been live streaming the shooting and were looking into whether he had posted a manifesto online. The official said, yes, there is a manifesto online. The official cautioned the investigation was in its preliminary stages. And that the authorities hadn't yet discerned a clear motive, but were investigating whether the shooting was racially motivated. I mean, the dude fucking literally dropped the manifesto, and once again, it's a similar pattern to previous shootings similar pattern to previous shootings like the Christchurch one, where the dude was a fucking white supremacist, according to the information that's readily available. Supermarket is in a predominantly black neighborhood. A lot of people are saying Christchurch, but this also resembles the El Paso shooting from that white supremacist who was also an eco-fascist white supremacist 4chan user who literally went to El Paso specifically so he could kill Mexicans, which he declared were illegally here. And this one, he went into a black neighborhood about 3 miles north of downtown Buffalo. The surrounding area is primarily residential with a Family Dollar store and a fire station near the store. Buffalo police confirmed the shooter was in custody in a tweet, but did not identify the suspect. Police officials and a spokesperson for the supermarket chain did not immediately respond to the messages from the AP seeking comment. Witnesses reported the gunman was wearing a military-style clothing in addition to body armor, one of the officials said. Braden Kephart and Shane Hill, both 20, pulled into the parking lot just as the shooter was exiting. They described him as a white male in his late teens or early 20s, sporting full camo, black helmet, and what appeared to be a rifle. He was standing there with a gun to his chin. We were like, what the heck is going on? Why does this kid have a gun to his face? Kephart said. He dropped to his knees. He ripped off his helmet. He dropped his gun and was tackled by the police. Police closed off the block, lined by spectators, and yellow police tape surrounded the full parking lot. What is this? The same Buffalo PD that pushed down that elderly George Floyd protester for merely holding a sign on the sidewalk. Yeah. There it is. This is actually the same fucking... Yeah, you're right, actually. It is the same Buffalo Police Department, before we forget. They almost killed a fucking old leftist guy. Remember when Donald Trump then said he was like a fucking CIA agent or some shit? America, baby. America, once again. Yeah, Governor Kathy Hochul tweeted that she was closely monitoring the shooting at the grocery store in Buffalo, her hometown. She says state officials have offered to help local authorities. The Erie County Sheriff's Office said on social media that it ordered all available personnel to assist Buffalo police. Attorney General Merrick Garland was briefed on the shooting. And Justice Department spokesperson Anthony Coley said the shooting came little more than after a year on March 2021, attack at King Soopers grocery in Boulder, Colorado that killed 10 people. Investigators have not released any information about why they believe that man charged in the attack targeted the supermarket. Yes.
An arbiter has cleared two police...
Oh, speaking of the Buffalo Police Department, they were cleared in the case of shoving that 75-year-old protester. And if you recall...
Caught on camera during a protest...
I'm not going to show you everything, but they shoved him and his brain was leaking out of his ears by the end of that process, and he almost fucking died. But also... They, what do you call it? If you remember, the Buffalo Police Department literally fucking turned around and said they were going to do a mass quitting if any of the officers were prosecuted for this violent action. Anyone recognizing a human race superior to other human race must be committed. No, I know why he targeted the store. If the manifesto is true, then the reason why he targeted the store is because there were a higher percentage of black people at that store. That's why I said it's similar to El Paso. The El Paso shooter targeted a Walmart in El Paso specifically, despite living in another part of Texas, because that's where all the, in his words, that's where all the undocumented migrants were. He thought that he could kill as many Mexicans as possible. A manifesto has been published on Poll, credibly claiming to be written by the guy who carried out this attack. It's a standard fascist white genocide rant filled with 4chan-y in-jokes a la Christchurch shooter. Most obviously, he gives Sam Hyde's picture as his own. The manifesto is easily enough to find if you want. Big take always are, he claims he picked the target because he did it in an area with the highest black population in his state and has strict gun control. He said he wanted to shoot up the place with strict gun control. He also states that he hopes his shooting will have an impact on gun control discourse that will further radicalize Americans. Again, this is all very similar to the Christchurch manifesto. The shooter claims Brendan Tarrant did the most to radicalize him. The shooter, allegedly 18, says he was deep into communist ideology as a 12-year-old, but moved to far right from 15 to 18. Brendan's live stream started everything you see here. Brenton started my real research into the problems with immigration and foreigners into our white lands. Without his live stream, I would likely have had no idea what the real problems the West is facing. This is not a surprise to anyone, but he identifies the internet as his main vector of radicalization. He says little to no in-person conversations contributed to his actions. It's worth noting that he claims to be fine with LGBT people, but not trans people. He also expresses belief that most police officers are decent people, and he hopes not to shoot any of them. In the manifesto, his primary motivation, stated repeatedly, is anti-immigration. The shooting was live streamed. There are presumably archives somewhere. From this, we can see he wrote on his rifle, a la Brendan Tarrant, the 14, which is a reference to the Nazi 14 words, which appears fully in his manifesto, which is 180 pages long. His gun had the marking 14 on it because he's a white supremacist piece of shit. For some confirmation of this photo, the arrest appears to show someone in the same camo. The arms are different than the chest on the shirt. It also has the N-word hard R on it. Oh, there you go. Part of the reason why we do what we do in this situation, part of the reason why I work as hard as I possibly can to fucking de-radicalize people is because these kind of fucking freaks that are riddled with mental illness and also angry, violent people that will take advantage of said mental illness to direct them into the really horrifying and white supremacist acts of violence, can't